The relational framework, from known to increasing novelty, defines an interface or a dependency between the people, the experts, involved in a project. Here, a dependency, in its most basic form, implies at least two people and their interface. Using the language of modularity, there are functional units and their interfaces. There are three types of knowledge interfaces that need to be potentially developed and managed depending on the circumstances. First is transfer, second translation, and third transformation. These form a stack model where the capacity of translation is added to transfer as novelty increases, and eventually adding transformation as the novelty increases further. In this graphic, we overlay the three types of knowledge interfaces on the inverted novelty triangle. At the bottom of the relational framework, what people do is known, how they interact is known, and why they do it is known. The power of a working standard, such as an API, comes from the fact that it defines the what, how, and why for those participating. This functions as a common language with a shared meaning and interest among those involved that allows information and knowledge to flow rapidly and effectively across the transfer interface. Under these conditions, fast iterations allow novelty to be kept small. This is the realm of small loop novelty. As novelty increases in the form of a new requirement or a new functional unit, it brings with it a new language, and the current common language is no longer adequate. This limits the effectiveness of the transfer interface. Sometimes it even breaks down. This requires adding a new type of interface that we call translation. Translation seeks to understand the consequences of the new function or requirement, establish a shared meaning, and then potentially re-establish an adequate common language once the consequences of the novelty are addressed. However, in some cases, the consequences of the novelty are significant because it brings new interests, new why knowledge, new how knowledge, and their consequences need to be understood. Here, the interface needs to be added is transformation, transforming the what, how, and why for each function or person, and so changing established interests, shared meaning, and the common language used in the past. This is the realm of big loop novelty.